Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the official coverage of pretty well very unofficial and casual affair here at Matchfit events. It is the final round of the triple. Well, I've been calling it the triple crown series because it's three triple crowns over 3 weeks. The triple crown for Matchfit events. We are at Kyalami for the final round here. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Brought to you by Matchfit Entertainment. I'm, as usual, well, as always, I'm Davo, and right by my side, as usual, J-Man. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, evening, Davo. Thank you for the introduction, and evening, viewers. Welcome aboard, as Davo said, to what will be the finale of this triple crown here at Matchfit Events. Obviously, broadcast by Matchfit Entertainment. It's been just a breath having this really action-packed, fun series over the last 3 weeks, and I suspect that this one here is just going to be an absolute scorcher. This track lends itself to fantastic racing. I mean, we don't need to talk too much about. They call a cheetah corner. Well, they call turn.
It's a cheetah corner.
Yeah, no, well, it is. It's actually yeah. So the corner itself is actually turn 15. It's called cheetah, but we always refer it to the sea sausage because
Oh, yes.
it
Yes.
does have a particularly nasty curb in there.
Correct.
And
Yes. So we aptly nicknamed the Kyalami Salami,
yep,
the second to last quarter on the circuit, at which we see catch out many a drivers over the years. We've aptly named it the Kyalami Salami, and J-Man. Uh, Look, that must bring us to quickly. We don't have a lot of time here as the boys are out in qualifying. You can see a bit of vision there as we speak. 8.5 minutes to go, just coming around on their out laps, warming those tyres. But keyword, I can't even pronounce it. It is a
I'm,
reference
I'm,
to a
I'm,
salami. Come
yeah,
on,
I'm gonna
give
call
it a
it.
crack.
I'm gonna call it Borry Wars, and my pronunciation's probably rubbish, but that is what you're gonna listen for tonight. At one point during these three races, it could be race one, it could be two, it could be race three, but make sure you jump on as soon as you hear me say Borry Wars and type it in, or otherwise, if there is a sausage emoji, we'll take that.
Oh, we will take
And
it, sausage emoji. Exactly
and you
right.
could win yourself one of the
The
exclusive run Matchfit Entertainment Media Crew shirts.
absolute.
And also on the cards, because our sponsors are feeling generous, once again, they are doing the driver of the day. So please vote up for your driver of the day. Obviously, we'd like to see those votes come in thick and strong, certainly towards, race two, race three. But, even if you see something spectacular in race one or a standout drive, someone from the back of the pack, chuck a name in. That's who you think is the driver of the day. And inevitably, Dave and myself will probably, pick someone out of there that we think is,
Well,
but
you guys,
you can influence us.
you guys can suggest all you like, but at the end of the day, it's going to be our
Um,
call. Also, not to
yeah.
forget, we always give away $100 J-Man.
Well, it's
Uh,
easy to give it away when it's not our money, right? So
Well,
we love
it's
it.
not. It isn't our money, to be honest. We've got lovely supporters, and they're quite happy to just throw a little bit of coin at you guys, just for turning up with a heartbeat, right, and having a crack at a race at Matchfit events, and we're doing it again this week, 3 weeks in a row. So yeah, get involved. Well, you're already here, so you're already eligible. The spin of the wheel at the end of the night. We've actually, I'm just in the background now, J-Man, popping a couple of extra names in because we've got a few new guys in. I think that is Mark Mudgeway and also Vic Chan, ladies and
Yep.
gentlemen. So watch those guys. Two formidable competitors in their own right. We will get back to the action. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, the keyword. Sorry, I'll get rid of that off the screen. The keyword. What is it, J-Man?
Get rid of that off the screen. It is Borry Wars.
Borough
And,
Wars.
and Bobby Louise, it is a sausage.
It,
You
it,
are correct.
it
It is
is.
a sausage.
It's
So
a
I will not
fine.
say it anymore until the time that I need to say it.
So enough said, and it's not going to be salami, okay? It is exactly what J-Man said, and apparently it is some delicacy in South Africa, South African sausage. So Google it, people. But that is the key word. Remember also to pipe up in the chat box, hit us up there and vote for your driver of the day. Also to go into a draw for a shirt. I just don't know whether we've had a sausage winner and a driver of the day winner at the same time. No, that can't happen, can it? Anyway, we must look at the terms. I should read the terms and conditions more
You
often.
probably should. Yep.
I might have even written them, but I don't even know what I did.
Let's get
5 minutes to go. We've got Steve Crossland, who is pretty bloody handy around the old Kyalami circuit here in South Africa. J-Man in provisional fourth at the moment. T-Fam sitting on the top of the list, only very briefly, Nathan Henderson. But there is one man that we should be watching, and we saw him hit.
Brandon, yeah, we saw him go into the 39s.
Wow,
He went
wow.
39.930 in official practice. So
in the big bag
Mustang. Yep.
This guy at the hands of this thing is impressive. It doesn't matter actually where he drags this car out to. He does a pretty handy job. But here at Kyalami, should I say, here he comes. Watch this space. Bam, straight to the top. With a 40.5.
Hendo. 10.5 over Nathan Henderson right now.
Straight away. Vic Chan, like we mentioned, new to the series, I think, J-Man, in the Porsche car there, one of the Giga racers as well.
Yeah. Filling in for Mad Mav, Davo.
Oh, yes, I hear that. Different car, but
yep.
taking his spot there, Mad Mav away this week. And yes, numbers have adjusted. Everything's aligned. The abacus has just found that equilibrium. J-Man, as we just watched Vic Chan. I'm going to get off that. We don't need to see anymore. It was devastating. No. It was a Porsche into the wall, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I think you just needed some more tyres, mate. 3.25 minutes to go. Fam's coming on strong with about 4.5 tenths, 5.5 tenths, and building for the back end of this lap. This will be a lap to go to the top of the tree. However, Brandon Webley is coming, so it'll be intermittent at best. Goes in there on a 40.2. Bad Chad Ironcock, aka Brandon Webley, he's coming in with 3.5 tenths, coming down the mine shaft at the moment.
Yeah.
He's about to round up one of the Ferraris, which I think
it might hold him up a little bit there.
Worcester.
I think it is Worcester, actually, J-Man, so that might impede that run there, and he's backed out of it. Also looking healthy on the Deltas, Lee Perkins and Aaron Enright. And who was that else I saw there? Nick Firth, actually. So he's already run across the line for another run at this as well, just putting himself in a provisional 7th in one of the Ferraris, the number 56 Ferrari, J-Man. And look, we must thank you guys again for supporting us here at Matchfit Events and Matchfit Entertainment at large. So great numbers again tonight, 20 odd cars on track. J-Man, come here. Oh, mate, it was only 6 weeks ago we thought, oh, let's throw on a race. And here we are, 20 cars deep after 3 weeks again. So awesome stuff. And you got...
Hey, get a load of Kenny Simpson.
Where is Kenny Simpson?
Mustang.
I got this.
Just come across. Yuli thinks he's just finished his pizza, and I think quite possibly. And if you grab a frontward shot of that thing, the bonnet is ajar. I think it's pretty busted up, and he's just out there pressing on. It's a bit of a rugged-looking car at the minute, but he's all about it, is Ken Simpson.
Well, it looks a little like the BMW he was driving on Saturday night. To be honest, we both raced with Kenny.
He's trying to turn it into the EB Falcon he drives on the weekend, I think.
Oh yes, that's a nasty piece of work. Here we go. We have Brandon Webley. Round down at the bottom of the
Bottom of the mine shaft.
Mine shaft there. Unimpeded lap towards the
Come up
back
through
end here.
Cheetah, coming into, this is Ingwe, this is the final turn.
He's got half a second here.
Yeah,
He's nearly got half a second. So Fam, we will see drop into second provisionally. Fam already in the pits. The clock is only 35 seconds yet to go. Hendo mid lap. Dawson got another run in it. J-Man only just flickering on his delta, so not really making any improvements. Vic Chan up on his lap a little bit. But,
yeah, he's got enough to
not
grab a
big
couple
gains.
of spots. He could go top 4 here. He's currently P6. He could grab Dawson here.
He could grab Dawson with, like I said, Dawson he's just flickering on his delta there, but Chan seriously sideways. He's had enough there. Lee Perkins also up on his delta, as is Spence and Kim and Crossland. Crossland actually with a healthy delta. He's 10th or so.
That's a tricky part of the circuit. We just saw Vic Chan there come out of turn 7 clubhouse. They build speed down to turn 8, which is the S's. They drop down into turn 9. That's where he got his track cut, on the outside of turn 9, and that'll be a familiar sight, I think, tonight. Obviously, track cuts will be something to consider tonight in these 20-minute sprint races, because at 20 minutes, there's no, strategy or pace setting going on. It is just full quality laps from the start. And then they rise up, back up the hill, up to turn 10, Lukop. Now, that is an optimal place to try and tuck the car underneath. If somebody breaks a little bit late and runs wide, tuck the car down the inside, run down through 10, 11, down through 12, through the mine shaft, which we just saw, Davo.
And we're just watching Spence running round Cheetah there with a healthy delta. J-Man, this could put him up as high as, I think, Nick Firth here. Watch this. At least Danny Kim. It has Pip Firth.
Yeah, he goes top 5, and that pushes Mark Wadgeway out of the top 10. He was provisionally holding it down. Crossy made the 10. Now he's just about to come across. He's about a half a tenth.
And we've seen Spence.
He's going to go maybe P9. He might get followed out.
He'll get one. Oh, he gets Kim. Oh, and Kim. Nice work.
Good late charge there from Steve Crossan. So really, really cool to see. And might just take a mention too, interesting is the field here. We have got, you and I talking off camera a little earlier. So congrats to Brandon Webley over TFAM, Nathan Henderson, to make the podium there for quali. But we've got RF2 races. We've got I races in here. We've got rain light races. We've got guys from ASR and Z. We've got guys from... there's guys from all around the traps. It's great to see all these sim races come together for these, these one-off fun events. It's really cool.
Yes, definitely, J-Man. And here we are again tonight for what is the final round for our first little event here. The Triple Crown. Boys turning up again in force. All the good guys. And this is going to be a cracker. Kyalami challenging circuit, J-Man. Not everyone's cup of tea, to be honest. I tell ya, it's a little bit technical. But, if you want to support Matchfit, you got to get involved. You got to get it.
Sorry. Oh.
You're reading the chats, aren't you?
I am. I just saw it's just, it's lighthearted, and in there I just saw Lily just, oh my gosh, Webley has a mangina, and then Lily Glass replied with, "Be a man, pee your pants." I think that's fitting.
Awesome. Going on in the background here.
10 seconds.
We will get you some vision soon enough. Here we go. Hang on. Let's get this sorted.
All right. We'll get off the replay live because they're about
Here we
to
go.
roll around.
Here
What is
we
a
go.
short formation, Davo? So I'm going to give you the start. Probably knowing you from Helicam.
Short formation here will be short. 20 minutes. 20 drivers.
Cars. Yep.
We've got Brandon Webley, TFAM front row, Hendo, Dawson, Spence, Firth, Tan, Crossland, Danny Kim, and Shane Fodedo rounding out the top 10. A fine looking top 10 it is as well, and a good clean start from the first 4 rows at least. Everybody very equal all the way back to Costlin.
Yeah,
Very tidy
start.
stuff. Plenty of room here at Kyalami. Big, wide open run down to the straight and through the first couple of corners at least, J-Man, and then it does tend to tighten up a little bit. Costlin with a little bit of sneaky little slide there, but just looking back from him, all the boys and girls.
Yeah, Mudgeway a little bit
doing
wide
well.
out of Barbecue, just coming down to Clubhouse now. Oh, Sunset, sorry. Still too wide. Who's he wide there with? He's too wide with Lee Perkins. Perkins looking for an over-under as they head up to the S's.
Mudgy choosing to navigate the Bentley here tonight. Yes. So nice work representing. Do we see a change of positions here? Wally Baker around somewhere in the back of the field there, just trying to find his bearings and get back to it as we see the boys running down.
By Danny Kim, and is that Steve Crossland? Side by side coming down the mine shaft. That was tight through that full flat chat left right-hander coming down the hill.
So plenty going on. Trying to find their space on the track. Trying to find where their speed lands them. Obviously qualifying gives them that initial position, but sometimes you don't always get the banker in. Maybe a little bit quicker. Maybe the guy in front of you should be a little bit slower.
Look
Either
at
way.
Mudgeway, the BMW,
Yeah,
got
looking
a
at
ton
that.
of straight line speed.
So BMW v Bentley, Kim and Crossland, J-Man trading positions there.
Yeah, they are, and also Nick Firth, and I think that, Vic Chan was very, very close to the back of Tony Spence, but yeah, you did catch that move there. Crossland on Danny Kim to go up to P9. Nick Firth was very, very close. Now, Fodeno, he's jumped onto the back of Firthy now, so this is going to be like this for the full 20 minutes, Dave, I suspect.
Kyalami, just looking at Dawson as we pick up on Spence, we see Dawson just in the foreground there, very sideways, down into that little sector that you were talking about earlier. These boys in qualified, 2 vastly different lines at the top of the hill there before the mine
Spence
shaft.
really wide.
Dawson very narrow. That is Vic Chan tucked in behind, and like you were just mentioning, Nick Firth, Shane Fodeno and Steve Crossland.
Look at Crossland here, mate. He's got past Danny Kim and he's tagged on the back.
Very quickly. So he's gained at least 4 car lengths on Kim since the last lap, because that's pretty well where he did it last lap.
Now, Brandon Webley came across for a standing lap of a 46 with a 1. We'll see what he can deliver on the first flying. Comes through with a 41 with a 1 to be the fastest man across. Got that fresh air.
So nice, 2 laps in, first flying lap, and look at Vic Chan on Spence.
And Fodeno on Firth down the inside. He's going to do this.
Is he going to? Hardly a bit of contact there.
And look at Crossland trying to go with.
Crossland's there, right there. Sizing that up. Firth, you want to gain his composure pretty quickly, because Crossland will be all over him.
Yeah, look at, and then Chan now maximum attack now in that Porsche. He's familiar with this car. We've seen him win championships in a Porsche. Right on the back of Tony Spence.
Oh, look at Crossland. Look at Crossland staying outside.
Yep.
Sorry, J-Man, from Nick Firth. It was really compromised Firth's run into the little left-right flip-flop there. Slowed him down.
Can he go to the inside here? Here he goes, fakes to the inside, shows the nose. Firthy covers the line.
Oh, Firthy's onto it. Look at Kim staying in touch now.
Further up the road, Vic Chan looked for had a big look on Tony Spence, but he's got his Giga Racing stablemate with Fodeno, who's just giving him a little brush.
Let's get back and have a look at that.
Cooked it under brakes down the bottom of the mine shaft. He's run wide. He's going to lose several positions. Needs to watch his entry here. Firthy rounds him up. He tucks in between Firth and Spence. Oh, it's got busy down on the final turn.
Final turn. That's Danny Kim running. I think he lost his brake marker there. There's so much going on here, James.
This is the pack right here.
Oh,
they are
hectic
shuffling.
mid-pack. Look at this lot.
Fan out 3 wide, coming down.
That's Mudgeway in the big black Bentley. That's Danny Kim. And then you got Lee Perkins on his other flank there. You got Vic Tan in front. You got Steve Crossan. You got Tony Spence. And Nick Firth just going, you guys, I'm out of here. I'm chasing Shano. And Shane Frontenac off in the distance. Wow. Just
little further back too, Lily Glass working over Oscar the Pastry, and Kenny Simpson was in the mix there too, but he's actually checked off a little bit down the road a bit, but can't help but deny Firth, Spence, Crossan, Chan, Mudgeway, Kim, Perkins is a fantastic battle. And look at that, Ken Worcester, he's joined the party.
Out of control. We love it. Kyalami just delivers every time, J-Man. You get this and you get this quality of driver in here as we just get out of the front. I think that's Enright's car there, and that's Lily Glass.
Lily Glass, yeah.
Getting a little bit loose on the left-hander there in that little flip-flop, and we've talked about it already in the last few minutes a few times. And Enright passed. Let's get back to that battle. Let's get a load of this. Look at that. You can see Shane Frontenac there in the Aston Martin in front, and then look at the trainer cars here.
Yeah, from Nick Firth, Tony Spence, Steve Crossan, Vic Chan, and then Mudgeway, Kim, Perkins, and then just that little air gap back to Ken Worcester. And if he can
he's just got to tag onto that. Just tag onto that.
And see himself challenge for a
Spence
top 10.
on first. Spence on first, and it's contact. Firth back around.
He's Firthy go back around. And he gets that thing going. And that's Crossan now, right on the back of Tony Spence.
Yeah, well, Spence just tangled up with Firth there. And eased out of it. Really, it's made him vulnerable to Crossan. Probably just trying to regather his thoughts there a little bit. Look, just look over the back. Like, we're just looking over the rear wing of Tony Spence's car, but you can see clearly in the background Vic Tan in that V-dub.
Yeah, he's got
hard.
The bug working. And hey, just an update for the viewers. Obviously, we haven't given him a lot of time. He has got 1.8 seconds. Has Brandon Webley over T-Fam. And then only half a second back to Nathan Henderson. Hendo in a spot of form at the moment. We've had the luxury in the last 24 hours of calling some of these guys. Big run wide from Brandon Webley. Just saw that in front of Shot. So that has closed the margin from 1.8 down to 0.8. So big mistake, unforced error down the bottom of the mine shaft. Also, I just saw Pete Dawson do the same thing over the Kyalami sausage. And then it's Tony Spence's run wide over there as well. So it's all kicking off down at what they call
bottom of the mine shaft
Cheetah.
there, is it? And then into Cheetah here.
And then into Cheetah, yep.
And look at now Vic Tan, but side by side with all this going on, and there's contact there down through the kink on the start
on the
finish
widest
straight.
piece of the racetrack, and they still touch.
It looked like Crossy was just going to go, I better cover Vic, but it was already too late because he had a little bit of overlap. Readjusted that Mudgeway. I think it is the big black Bentley of Mudgeway, the gangster.
Yeah.
Wrap Mudgeway car there.
Bentley.
So, man, is it on tonight, J-Man? And we're not even halfway through the first race. We've got 2 more of these to go.
Oh yeah, it just shows the importance of qualifying and then consistency, because you can see how hard it is at this level. These guys all running solid low 42s to high 41s. Obviously the front 3, 41s and 40s. T-Fam Hendo going quicker last lap round than Brandon Webley. Now, so we've got a clear breakaway, top 3, and then we've got another 2. We've got Pete Dawson, Shane Frontenac engaged in a half a second battle, and then we get back to this battle, which is Spence, Crossan, Chan, Mudgeway, Kim, Perkins with Worcester just in watching brief. And then Enright now. Oh, Enright I was going to pick up because he was putting a move on it looked like Oscar the pastry, and he run it wide. He's just lost that
Wow.
position back to Lily Glass.
Wow. Just,
But
mate.
Fonadoe now, Pete Dawson. Oh, and who's that? Got the sea
Oh,
sausage?
that's
That
Chan.
would be
That's
the Chan.
Chan. I think it was before that, so it might have been a little bit of an unforced error or a little bit of contact. We're just picking up on a replay at the bottom of the mine shaft there with Crossan putting pressure on. And it was Chan off the sausage. Man.
Yeah.
Won't be the first time. Dawson also losing a position there just quickly. We'll see if we can get a replay on that. Down into T1 on Shane Fonadoe.
Yep.
So nice work from Fonadoe. I think there was another positional change a little bit further down. It may have been... I'm not even sure, actually, to be honest, because there is so much going on. But we will get...
Point one, Perkins now on the back of Danny Kim, so he's mounting a charge in the BMW. We've seen how solid that thing looks down the front straight, so if he can be there coming out of Ingwe, the final turn, he'll be a good red hot go down into what they call it turn 2. We always call it turn 1 because really turn 1.
Well, it is turn 1, yeah. So, out of the front of Mudgeway's car, the Bentley, I sort of half expect to hear, you know, the classical music piped out of this thing when we go across to it. But Mudgeway, cool as a cucumber, like the stick, just rocking his...
Yeah. And he's been in the thick of it, started P11, currently sitting P8. And
so made some gains.
The difference between him and Crossland. So takes a little bit of a different line down the bottom of the mine shaft, looking for maybe to square that corner off to get the power down for the run up here, up towards Cheetah. But nice and straight there, uses every bit of track coming down there, and he has to because he's got Danny Kim breathing on him pretty heavy at the moment. It's Perkins, he's starting to mount some attack. I said, could he be close coming down the front straight? We'll sort of see. I'll get a read on terminal speeds. Perkins 245. Who has got the top speed? It would be Nathan Henderson in the Aston Martin at 247k an hour.
Very nice, very nice.
So who was that? Did I just see Fonadoe? Was it Fonadoe Henderson? No, it was not. It must have been someone else. But yeah, look at this. Look at Mark Mudgeway attacking Steve Crossan.
Oh, look, and not that far behind, you will see them in shot there. That is Danny Kim and Lee Perkins hard at it as well. Ferrari v BMW behind it. So we got McLaren v Bentley. And look, these guys. Hey, look, J-Man, and back in the day, these guys raced together. Like over the years. They don't probably cross paths as much as they used to these days, but look at Danny Kim.
Oh, he's got a marginal look like there was an overlap on the inside, but it just the acceleration of the Bentley coming down the hill. Just
time's running out.
A little bit.
Time's running out, J-Man. They only have a little over or about 6.5 minutes exactly in 3 more seconds before the end of this race. This is a big fight. Mudgeway wide, misses the salami, but very wide on the exit in the process.
It's going to be a drag race.
Look at this. Has the Bentley got the grunt, the big brick?
Here we go. We're going to find out. Now, Kim's got the overlap. Mudgeway's got the inside.
The frontal space on this car is literally 3 times what is sitting beside it. And he's got it. Can he stop it? Has he stopped it? Look, this continues on.
That was the smallest of margins coming through.
Oh, stellar from both of those boys, Kim and Mudgeway there. High racing IQs, clearly. Perko in the background there, just going, oh my. Wish one of them would fall off so I can get a position here.
Now, up the top end of town with only 5.5
minutes to go. Let's have a look.
Bad Chad Ironcock, aka Brandon Webley, has got T-Fam coming on strong. Ran at 40.6 last lap round. He's trying to bridge that gap back. He's broken Nathan Henderson, it looks.
You can see them, all 3 of them in camera shot, J-Man. This is how close this race has been at the top. I know we haven't given them a lot of airtime. They have got some distance between them, but it is definitely on as we wind down into this final 5 minutes. Yes.
Firth mounting a charge too with Vic Chan to try and grab Ken Worcester. I think it's going to be a little bit too far to try and get any further past P11 with time running out, but can they get to Worcester? Firth's already there. Chan,
still got to make it happen though, doesn't he?
He does got to make it happen. In the same equipment too, I might add.
Yes.
0.3 now, T-Fam. So Webley's obviously had a little bit of a mistake coming down the mine shaft, and Fam is all over him. Sorry, it wasn't the mine shaft. They are coming
this
through...
is up to, that's T1.
Yep.
So they're coming up to, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5. Yep.
So it's really, really tight now with what would be minute 40. So we're only looking at about maybe another 2-3 laps at the high end. So he's right there in it. So it has closed up, and he's kind of dragged Hendo with him as well, 0.9, 0.8.
Well, you could argue that Brandon's actually come back to them more
yeah.
than Fam's dragged him up.
Look at this battle here. Worcester, Firth, Chan. That's a good battle.
Chan pushing hard. Chan pushing very hard. In recovery mode, we've seen that car off track already once. Yeah. 3.5 minutes to go.
Oh, Enright was putting an attack on to Pastry as well. He's pushing hard as well, but back to Firth, Chan, Worcester as they drop down the mine shaft now. You can still see eyes on P10. Is it? Sorry, P11.
Yeah, so you can still see Perkins, Kim, and Mudgeway in front of that. So it is only 17 minutes of racing so far, but still a very tight field within reason. Who is that just in the background there? Was that Wally Baker and Lily Glass changing positions? Look at Enright.
Enright to Pastry. He's right on him. Oh, he gives him a little tag down the bottom of the white and the Pastry keep it going.
Good presence of mind there just to pull that up for a second.
Yep. Lily grabs that spot back.
So big wriggle
to the inside, Firth to the inside.
Big wriggle from De Pastry there at the bottom of the mine shaft there. Probably forced that little bit of contact between Enright and himself. So, oh, Firth and Worcester.
Oh, and Chan's going to grab that. Come on, boys, work it up, get it going. Who is that? Is that Kenny Simpson? He grabs those two boys now.
Yeah, well, so Worcester, well, it looked like he was on his way there anyway.
Yep.
Firthy going for the inside, just trying to find a little bit of space between him and Worcester's car. Got snagged up. Like I said, Chan passed. Simpson passed. Looks like Enright and Glass passed Firth as well. So...
Yep. So where is the boys? So a minute 38 on the clock. They're coming down to Ingwe, the final turn. 0.9 is the margin heading into the final turn with 1 lap to go. What can Fam do to try and...
Let's look over the rear wing of Brandon's car and check it out. See what he can do. Nice work from Fam so far. Keeping in touch. We've seen a couple of mistakes from Brandon in the big break-in areas. The Mustang running deep there a couple of times. Yes, that is Hendo. You can see in the background in the Aston Martin. Still in camera shot. He's been able to tag onto the back of these boys.
Yeah, one more chance too. I'm looking at proximity here. Mudgeway still within striking distance for Crossland. A couple of old sparring partners. Danny Kim still in touch with that battle as well. I think Spence is far enough ahead at this point, barring any mistakes. But T-Fam hanging in there. It is that 0.6 to 0.7. Be looking to keep pressure on. Webley down the mine shaft.
Mudgeway, what's going on there? We will get it just quick. He's pulled that car up. So he's either had a hardware failure or just
something's going on.
Something's going on, but we will get back to quickly what is going on up the pointy end. Leader is definitely on the final lap and rounding
Got margin. He's got a second. I think he's safe, barring anything at the Kyalami salami sausage there. No, he gets across it nicely. So Brandon Webley is going to round this one up to take race one in an action-packed finale here. Obviously, 2 more races to go. Well done, Brandon Wembley over T-Fam, over Hendo. Danny Kim's still got pressure on Crossland. But
Shane Frodo next, Pete Dawson in the background, and like you mentioned, Tony Spence, Steve Crossland, Danny Kim, all in close proximity. Lee Perkins, Vic Chan again, making mistakes well back there. Kenny Simpson at 11th, so just out of the top 10. Worcester and I think it was Firth coming together in that second to last lap. Put Firth back into 15th, but Enright in 13th. Lily Glass in 14th, respectively. Oscar the Pastry in 16th position. Wally Baker in 17th. Joe Grimmer in 18th. Mark Mudgeway pulling that car up early there. Not sure what was going on there, J-Man, in 19th. And Mr. Lewin rounding out the top 20. Cracking race once again.
Yeah, no, that was fantastic. So well done to Brandon Webley there. We might just grab a quick word, a very quick word with Brando. Brandon Webley, you got us on comms?
Yeah, how you going?
Mate, what a fantastic race. Well done. Led from the front, but hey, look, headed out to 1.8 seconds, and then all of a sudden that margin crushed. What happened? Did we miss you down the bottom of the mine shaft, run a bit deep or something, was it?
Oh, I hit the giant sausage like 3 times. I basically ran out of talent after that quali, and I can't do any good laps anymore. That's all right. I had just enough gap to get away with it. So.
Well done, mate. Well, you started the final triple with the best way possible by grabbing the top spot. So well done, man. It was super entertaining. I don't know, you're obviously not partial to seeing what's going on behind you, but man, these guys could not sort out which place they wanted to be in behind you.
No.
And good hard charge from T-Fam and Hendo with you too, mate.
Yeah, he was right. He was going to get me if I made any more mistakes. So I'm glad I didn't make any more.
It was a picture perfect last lap, and look, you did take the honours on a 41.0 for the fastest lap. So well done, Brandon. I'm going to let you go, and a little bit of a break here, and go well in the next quali and the next race, mate. But good luck when we're talking to you again.
Cool, thank you.
Right, mate.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Again, amazing race one here, final round in the Matchfit events Triple Crown here, J-Man. We've already been to freaking, where have we been? Watkins Glen. We've been to Nürburgring, and now we're here at Kyalami for the final round. First race there, 20 minutes of just non-stop action. My God, I need a drink. We are going to have a short intermission. Remember, hit the like and subscribe button and wait for the keyword, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've got a favourite driver, throw it out there. I already see a couple of names coming up. Kenny, Wally Baker, just the regular stuff. Come on. Where's the rest of you guys? Okay, be back soon, guys. Here we are. Are we back? I think we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us again. Or still, if you haven't gone anywhere or you only just got here, I don't know. You have joined us here for the unofficial, official coverage of the last round in Matchfit events, the new Matchfit events, Triple Crown. Here at Kyalami, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 20 cars out on a track again this week. I'm Davo. We're giving away shit too. I'll just quickly add that in. I'm Davo, J-Man right by my side. What a cracking race we had. Race one there, J-Man.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was a little tricky to know where to
Ooh.
look.
There's plenty going on.
At the halfway phase, it was just full on. It really only stretched out towards the back end. But the top three went at it for the podium, so well done to Brendan. So, yeah, man, absolutely epic. Just passing an apology once again. Crossy just got a nip away. Hopefully he manages to get back for race three.
Yes.
He raced incredibly well in race one. But, man, that was so good. I hope that Philly that came across well and the viewers enjoyed that because it was a hell of a lot of fun to call that one. And I'm under no illusion we're going to get the same again, Dave.
I would expect so. Yeah, very hectic. Yeah, so a lot going on. A little bit hard to keep up with sometimes, especially we're celebrating. We've had a couple of bevies, but yes, very much so. I think the boys are enjoying themselves. Very close racing, J-Man. So I would expect some big grins in the driver's seats at the moment. The mid-pack, my God. Hey, so from Fondo down through, I'm not sure who it was. Crossland was in there, and Danny Kim was in there, and Mudgeway was in there, and Lee Perkins was in there, and that's only just to name a few. There was a whole bunch of guys mid-pack, very close stuff for pretty much half the race. That middle part of the race. So very exciting stuff. Don't expect anything less again here tonight for race 2, J-Man. And as always, the boys got to look out for the killer sausage here through Cheetah.
Yep. And Lily Glass, I've got to say, had a great race then.
She did.
She was amongst the thick of it, and obviously picked up a couple of freebies with Firthy and
had a good Enright. She was very close to Enright for most of the race as well, J-Man. So those guys trading positions a couple of times.
Yeah, I think Firthy and Spence, by way of racing really hard, maybe gifted a couple. Kenny Simpson, another one that went particularly well, that one as well. So
it probably got gifted a couple as well. Yep.
Yeah, borderline breaking to the top 10. Mark Mudgeway, all bar, he made it to 11 and a half out of 12 laps, and he was in the thick of it, raced from P11 to a solid P8, and it really showed that inside that top 10 was super tricky to stay in there because they were so tight. It was fierce racing, and I guess it exacerbates the importance of this quali session, and we can already see.
Absolutely, yeah. So pretty well from 4th down, so 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, like last race was it was just epic, wasn't it, J-Man? And very close, all like right deep into the race there, like over halfway. Still plenty of action going on before these drivers sort of paired up. Yep. So Fam with the first indicative time, J-Man, not too shabby. We've seen some very stout times, Lily Class through Shane Frodo as well, and you will see this change very quickly. Vic Chan,
40.8
well, look, we know Chan's quick, but we've seen him struggle with the V-dub a little bit. Mudgeway just running across the line as well. Be interesting to see what that time is. Looks like after unclassified lap. After the first race, and a little bit more under your belt on the night. So we will watch these times closely. I just wonder whether Brandon is not going to qualify. Cheeky little sod. We know Crossy's in the pits as he runs away for a moment, and I think he's ferrying children around, to be honest, and then he'll be back to race with us.
Yeah.
So that's
Tony
dedication.
Spence.
That is
Tony Spence
dedication.
still in the lane too.
Okay, so a couple of drivers just, I don't know. Well, I would say sitting on their hands. Some people call it sandbagging. They're just not even out there with a sandbag. They are just not even qualifying. Interesting to watch. Lee Perkins with plenty on the Delta. Danny Kim, plenty on the Delta as well, as you would expect. Neither have set a banker lap yet. Cameras on Danny Kim at the moment at the bottom of the mine shaft.
Yeah, and also Mudgeway not far. I think.
Oh yeah,
just up
he's
the road ahead
oh
of him.
yeah,
He's
he's just
coming
up
on
ahead
a
of him.
number that's going to see him bolster well up. I think maybe
Watch this.
even top 5.
Well, we had cameras on him as he rolled across for the beginning of this lap, and I was interested to see where he landed. And there it is, P4 provisionally.
40.9. That'll be a PB for Mudgy too tonight.
I would expect nothing else, J-Man, because we know how talented this man is.
Yeah, well, former ASR&Z GD3 champ, so he's got credential.
He definitely does. Definitely does. And I think he steers a real life car these days. I think he's out there having a bit of a crack these days. So.
Yep, yeah, he runs a BMW, campaigns a BMW. I believe himself and John McDonald out of the Waikato in Hamilton there, heading towards Highlands Motorsport Park this year. So going across
very nice.
the straight to do a bit of racing.
A couple of talented boys. Still, obviously, always key to do a bit of sim racing. Danny Kim up on the Delta by about half a second, J-Man. That would sneak him into about, or maybe 5th place. Might even pip Mudgy there, or even Chan, if he keeps it up. So one to watch. Hendo, though, right there as well. I think he's just in behind him a little bit. Dawson as well. Dawson, so all those boys high on their deltas here at the moment. Here we go. Dawson just a little bit in front of Danny Kim, or is he just behind him? I think he's just in front of him.
Yeah.
And then Hendo behind. So Dawson first. Here we go. Cross the line. That's Mudgy behind him, actually, as well. Number. Mudgy on a
just
unqualified lap.
Matching his number now. Firth pips him out.
Oh, there goes Kim.
Okay, Kim knocks it back as well.
And then who was I looking for? It was Dawson, wasn't it? Oh, no, hang on. I missed one there. But there we go. So, provisionally, TFAM, top spots. Shane Fotado, Rick Chan in 3rd in the V-dub. Ripping the little buggy around.
Look at the top 4 times, David. 40.63, 40.64, 40.67, 40.68, and then a 40.7, wow. 40.8, 40.9. So you've got to go just past Mark Mudry. You've got to go to Pete Dawson to drop into the 41s. That's P8. That is how tight it is out there. There's literally nothing in it. You've got to get... to P5 to make a 10
there,
for the second.
The top 4, it is like 4 hundredths of a second.
Yep.
Between 1 and 4 there, as we just see Kim make a little bit of an exit there. Mudgeway at the top of the mine shaft, heading down the hill. Vic Chan up on his Delta as well, a little bit in front. Let's just get eyes on Vic Chan because he's just rolling through the final corner here, J-Man.
Mikey Lewin too, he's going to improve quite significantly. He's in there on a 43.2. Okay, he's got a half a second, so maybe no inroads. Kenny Simpson with a good quality lap on a 42.2. So
Chan into second.
Oh, Lewin just loses the rear. Yes, Chan does go P2. So that margin's just been set by TFAM to a 40.4. It's now 40.5 for Chan. A lot of red deltas after that for Fotado. Henderson first, so no improvement there. Kim and Mudgeway giving it away with 42 seconds to go.
DePastre just rolling around the final corner back in the field, but nearly 6/10 up on his Delta. Watch this space here.
He goes in there on a 43.2. So unqualified. Brandon Webley, Wally Baker, Steve Crossan, obviously away at the moment, Tony Spence and Uncle Joe, all cars that have decided not to quali for Q2.
Cheeky little monkeys. They're looking for the challenge.
Bit of a strategy going on there. There's no issue with tyres. They've got plenty of them, unlimited. But Whorado, he's looking for an improve. He's got enough on board to maybe pip the stablemate of Vic Chan for the front row. Here he comes. It's going to be tight. It's just bled off a bit of time, so maybe not.
Yeah, still early in the lap there.
Still building.
Yeah, Hendo also, he's actually in front of Whorado there. So running down the mine shaft as we speak, and Firth not far behind Hendo. So at the top of the hill. So Hendo at the bottom of the hill.
Got enough to go front row here.
Just bled a little bit off in that bottom of the hill braking area. And again, a little bit more.
Nails the final turn.
Look at the drive he's getting off there.
Going to be tight. Goes P3. What can Firthy do?
Firthy gets the sausage.
Help yourself to a Bori war there, Firthy.
And into the end of the pit wall, J-Man. Like you said, a quick exit into the pit lane. Just destroying. Pete Dawson at the bottom of the hill as well.
Bobby Louise Robertson gets herself a shirt.
Bobby Louise, congratulations, Bobby Louise, for piping up early there. Look, you must have had that saved somewhere. There's no way. I can't even pronounce it, let alone spell it. Well done.
Next time, Tracy, I'm sure we'll get another opportunity.
Look, send us an email. Just get us a message. There's some links in the description of the video. Get us an address and a shirt size. Get in touch, and
we'll get one out to you.
We'll get one out to you ASAP. That was freaking awesome. That is I don't even know how to say that.
Well, I'm just glad I don't have to say it anymore. I don't know why the rule makers didn't come at me with something like bratwurst or something.
Well, that's easy. You know, that's too easy. They're testing us, J-Man. So, well, they're testing you anyway. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Louise winning the media crew, Matchfit Entertainment media crew polo tonight. But also keep popping names, driver names in the chat box there. And at the end of the day, look, it's not really a vote, people. Just throw the names in there. We'll choose out of the names.
Influencers.
That's right, influencers. Work it out. And we'll give another shirt away to one of the boys instead of one of the viewers. Okay.
Or girls.
We've got to get all the girls. True. Let's get back
Willie out there rocking it for the ladies, which is super cool to see. We need to see more females representing the esports stuff. It is
definitely
an open category. So looking at this, look, Wally Baker's already. Come on, how many shirts can Wally Baker have?
Oh, yeah. We've got a list here, guys. So don't sneak around us. We've got the list. So, awesome stuff. As we roll around again, I know some people have got more family members. I get it. Okay. So short formation lap here. This is race 2, round 3 in the Matchfit Events Triple Crown. We are at Kyalami. It is proudly sponsored by Matchfit Entertainment. Davo here. J-Man by my side. We've got T-Fam out in front. Big Chan. We got Hendo. We got Whorado. We got Firthy, Kim, Mudgeway, Perkins, Dawson, and Enright, and they are off again.
From Chan.
Look at how tidy this is again. These guys really nailing the jump on the start. Look at this, 3 wide. That is Perkins. No, that is Perkins, Hendo,
Kim.
Firth and Kim with Mudgy in behind there. A little bit of a change of positions there too. I see with bloody hell, I'll be buggered. That is Vic Chan sneaking down the inside of bloody T-Fam and pipping him for the top spot there straight away. Hendo tucked in behind. We don't normally do replays on lap 1, but there it is, ladies and gentlemen, just for the proof.
Danny
Wow.
Kim, Mark Ridgway go too
Side by
wide.
side.
Pete Dawson looking for an opportunity as they come down to the S's, and he gets it. Oh, he gets a horrible kick off the curve, and
He's got
unfortunately,
a hit, and that's
Kim
Kim.
went with him. It was unfortunate.
So we'll just get a bit of a look at that on the replay there. So Dawson on the inside, Kim on the outside, gave plenty of room, but Dawson with an awkward bounce off the inside curb there. Kim with nowhere to go, really. Worcester past Simpson, it looks like in the background as well. We'll see if we can pick up on that. And now Worcester tucked it up in behind Enright and the Pastry. So plenty going on. Lap 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Enright just tags the back of, I believe it was
Worcester.
Oscar the Pastry.
Oh, but the Pastry, so he's past him now.
Yeah, well, the Pastry was going. The rear had gone, and proximity-wise...
Look who's in the background there, J-Man. Sorry to interrupt. That is Brandon Webley just
right there,
sliding through the pack very rapidly in the background. 20 cars on track here tonight.
Enright on Worcester, down to turn 1. And also, Brandon Webley makes the move on Enright into 1.
No, it's not Enright back there.
Oh,
that is Kenny Simpson.
So that was Simpson, sorry.
And Danny Kim, I think. Oh, who's that off track there? That is Brandon Webley parking that car up. He's had like, he's gone back to the pits, J-Man. So it's that a hardware issue. Is that a hardware issue?
Moment. Yep.
So no moment at all. I don't think. No crash, no issue.
Fam on Vic Chan.
Fam on Chan. It's a Tan Fam party.
Well, there's a couple of giggles. Oh,
look
Fam
at
loose
that.
on the exit.
Wow.
TC's on 1. TC for Fam is on 1, so he's got that thing super loose.
The over the rear wing shot on the Porsche is woeful. It's just all wing. We will get out of that because it's not...
Fam loses
it.
No,
over the sausage. Don't type in, guys. It's already gone. Let's get a look at that. T-Fam, the bottom of the mine shaft, and putting plenty of pressure on Vic Chan. These guys in close proximity, you can see it there. That was Vic Chan, T-Fam, Hendo and Frodo. If that's not a rhyme, I don't know what is. But yeah, Fam out wide, allowing Hendo and Frodo past, ladies and gentlemen. Say that quickly. Nick Firth not too far behind as we get back to the action here. So Firthy with Lee Perkins tucked in behind in tow. Grimmer with Lily Glass in tow as well. A little bit going up at the front here, but Chan with just a sort of a comfortable gap, I would call it, between himself and Hendo. That could change any second. We know. We're at Kyalami, J-Man. Like,
7/10 is comfy.
Hang on, I just got to yell at my bird. But he's very noisy tonight.
Well, he's excited about the racing
well,
as
he
well.
is. He is.
Lily Glass putting a move on Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe shuts the door. Lily goes for the inside. She's going to get it done. Goes down the inside at the top of the hill.
Yeah, Archie's a T-Fam fan, so we just saying.
So that was a beautiful move.
Picking it up on the replay now, J-Man, and oh look, 101 pass there from Glass, very tidy stuff, and respectful from Joe
Daddy
Grimmer
Kim gets
there
in
as
Worcester.
well. So Worcester on Kim now.
And who's
And
that?
who is that? Is that three
It's Kenny
wide down the
Simpson.
straight? It is a freaking drag race down into one here. It's all going on.
Simpson gets them both.
The power of the Mustang. Kim, I suspect, might have a damaged car. I'm sure we've seen that car off track already once. That is Worcester tucked in behind him with Pete Dawson in the privateer Bentley tagged on the back.
Look at, yeah, sorry to break away from that, but Fam Fotolo.
I'm on it.
Is-
I've got this. So, yeah.
Something's got to give.
Something does have to give. And I'm sure Chan is just breathing a sigh of relief at the moment. We know he's not the most comfortable in the VW, in the beach buggy. So he's probably just thinking, oh, okay, just maybe get off it a little bit and not worry about these boys while they fight it out. We've got a couple of Astons in Hendo and Frontado and T-Fam in the background.
Kim drives around the outside of Simpson at Lucop, top of the hill.
Simple as that. Let's get a replay. From the Helicam. Boys up there loving it tonight. Getting plenty of action. At the top of the hill there, Simpson, ever the gentleman, allows, just gives the space. I wouldn't say allows the correct word.
I think Kim was taking it. Baker now, Uncle Joe, sizing him up. Got a good run. Drag race. I don't know, have too many answers for the power of the GDR on the front straight.
Oh no, Fam in the wall.
Yeah.
Hard. We just got out of the shot of his in-car there. Oh no. A little bit too much outside curb. Keeps it off the racing line. Unfortunate for Fam in the heat of battle there. Tough stuff. Back in the pits, J-Man.
Yeah, a few retirements in this one, so the guy's feeling it out there in race 2.
Yeah, it's hurting.
Baker with a run now on Uncle Joe. These guys good mates. Be plenty of banter, I'm sure, on comms. Oh, and he gives him a tickle up. Joe hangs on to it. Beautiful save.
Yeah, he does well in the drift spec. Datsun. Oh, and then Wally. Unsided into the left-hander there.
Yep.
Smallest of mistakes, but that's all it takes.
Worcester Simpson. Simpson holding down P9. He'd be loving this.
Oh, Worcester holding down P10 will be loving that as well, J-Man, to be honest. Oh, and Simpson gets the sausage. Oh, no. And it is a killer. The Mustang doesn't like it at all. Here we go. Bam! And you see literally both front wheels lift off the ground here. And it's exit stage left.
Yeah.
In the replay there. That's exactly what it looks like to me on screen. Exit stage left. Shane Frontado on Hendo there.
Yeah. Mikey Lewin sizing up the pastry as well. He's going to get a run down the inside. Can he pull it up? He was deep under brakes. Gets it done. Good work. So Mikey Lewin up to P15. Brandon Webley's got that car circulating again, running out of P18. Good to see. So maybe that was a hardware failure, but can't help but think Wally Baker's got to the back of Uncle Joe again. Where can he do it? He turns up with so much momentum. That's why I think there was contact. Slips down the inside.
Hey, look, this is where they were the last time we caught them on camera. Seriously. This time, a lot smoother execution.
Yep.
For the want of a better word. There from Wally Baker over Uncle Joe Grimmer. and they run through around that multiple apexing top of the hill corner there down into the mine shaft. Mudgeway still chasing down Perkins as we speak. Two closest cars on track at the moment. We will keep an eye on this. Mudgeway in the gangster rap. Number 21, Bentley, currently sitting in 6th position. Perkins has done well this series so far, J-Man, so he won't be giving it up easily, will he?
No, he's looked good, actually, for the previous 2 rounds, and does look good again once tonight, holding a top 5. Mudgeway coming on strong up through this section of the racetrack, so they are just heading down through 8, 9, through the S's, heading up to turn 10 to Lukop. So just see Perkins just pull a little bit of a gap down there through turn 9, heading up to 10. He just managed to just step out a little bit, so maybe got a little bit better drive down through the right-hander at the bottom of the hill, and we'll see what the Bentley's got coming down the hill. I know the BMW is very, very strong on the front straight. We'll try and get a read on top speed. Who has got the top speed? Brandon Webley, 247. But to give you an idea of the terminal speed between the BMW and the Bentley of Mudgeway at Perkins, 245 goes by the way of Lee Perkins' BMW over 244 for Mudgeway's Bentley. So BOP working very, very well for those 2 cars.
Absolutely. There's no argument there. BOP currently loaded on to the Matchfit events servers and clearly doing its job perfectly here. Some seriously close racing
Mike Lewin
already tonight, and we have only about a little over 3 minutes to go.
So 7 and 3/4, sorry. You're getting ahead of the time there. You're excited, Dave, I know.
Lewin Grimmer, hang on. Let me focus. Let's get a replay on that.
He sized him up.
Is it Grimmer over Lewin, or is it Lewin over Grimmer?
No, Lewin put the pass on Uncle Joe.
So nice work at the bottom of the hill there. The aptly named mine shaft. Back to Simpson and Worcester. Just keeping it clean. Saw him with a couple of slips, I think early in race 1 and early again in race 2 as the tyres came up to temp.
Good battle here with Kenny Simpson and Ken Worcester. I mean, Kenny's hanging on to Kenny Simpson's hanging on to Ken Worcester here quite nicely. As is Fodado, keeping Hendo honest. And then Firthy's just that little bit further back, 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, Firthy just did that little bit of clean air, isn't it? And then behind that, it's Mark Mudgeway and Lee Perkins. So you can just see them all. And just have a look in the background there. That is, I think that's Brandon Webley's car, but well out of position a few laps down. So just chasing his way through the pack, probably just enjoying a little bit of racing. J-Man, to be honest.
Yeah.
A little bit of a challenge. Get amongst it.
Yep.
Oh, we just see Mudgeway there. Sorry to interrupt there. That awkward corner. Not often you'll see the boys there get a clip on that little sausage there. I think that might have been turn 3, J-Man. The little tiny kink left. And that put that again. The front wheels in the air on the Bentley, and that's it. That's enough. You know, you're going straight ahead.
5.5 minutes to go. I do notice that Shane Fodado starting to mount a bit of an attack on Hendo in certain places on this racetrack. He just looks a little bit stronger.
Yep.
So
and again, under brakes.
Where they are.
Yeah, under brakes again. There at the top of the hill, J-Man looked like he made a car or two as they drop down into that fast left.
A little wiggle on exit there from Hendo would be those little things that Shane Fodado will be seeing.
Oh, geez, Fodado.
Pressure on.
Fodado just with just half a tyre on that sausage, really tempting fate there.
Yep.
And look, really just putting it all on the line here. There's not long to go. And look at the gain he's made from it just by taking those risks. And we can see it here. Another couple of car lengths on Hendo.
He gets the car braked and stopped for turn one. And,
well, yep.
Right there, but Hendo did a nice job. I mean, Shane's obviously got the luxury of using Hendo as a brake gauge.
Yes.
But, but Hendo's doing a good job. He braked as late as he possibly dare down there and still managed to make the apex and drive off strong. So, Fordo going with them, though, and they're not letting Vic Chan get away. It's still only a second and a half.
Right there. Definitely right there. As I sort of look in glory over the rear wing of the Aston Martin. Beautiful view out of the back of the Aston Martin. We'll just jump to Vic Chan, which is just a camera set in front of a wing. But you can see the boys behind.
Yeah.
Momentarily, here and there. There they are, not that far behind. So a very close battle, but only just over 3.5 minutes to go, and I feel like it's deja vu because I think that's what I said at about the 7.5 minute mark. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hit me up in the comments section. Not long to go. Worcester and Simpson. We've got Hendo and Fordo. Two closest battles on track. I think Fordo just has a little bit of an edge, like you mentioned, J-Man. He's got a little bit more momentum, but he's just got to keep it clean, doesn't he? I think he's going to get past.
Yeah, Hendo's got the track position, so it's going to be a tough job. But all he can do right now is just pressure, keep the pressure on. But anyone that's raced with Nathan Henderson knows that
cool as a cucumber.
And 20 minutes for this guy is a walk in the park.
Yes.
So you just keep banging those laps out.
Yep.
He's probably still, at this point of time, still got eyes on Vic Chan at 1.4 seconds up the road. He's probably praying for the Beetle up in front to hit the curb or do something silly so he can just get that little bit closer.
He's hardly raised a sweat, J-Man. But unlike Shane, which it looks like, we're looking at this footage over the rear wing of Hendo's Aston, couple of cars, same mark, but you can see the Fordo car moving around. It's wriggling around. There's a lot of
attitude for sure.
Attitude. So out of that corner at the top of the hill, you can see in the background there, that is Nick Firth in the Ferrari, not too far behind these guys. Vic Chan just in front of this show. Let's get a bit of vision on that. There's Vic Chan out of the windscreen. So, mate, minute and a half to go. Whoa, what are we going to get? One more lap. These guys are going to get one more lap, aren't they? Here, with Chan going over. Here we go.
This will be the final lap. This will be the final lap.
So across the line, one more to go.
Yep. And so this is it. Fordo has to mount. The biggest attack he can make is now. He's got to fire it a little bit deeper every corner. Just try and bridge that margin. Just try and get close enough to maybe show the nose, put the pressure on.
Somewhere, somehow.
Yep. I think maybe potential if he can be close. He's not close enough coming out of here, out of Barbecue. They come up to Sunset. This fast, very, very quick right-hander.
And you can see the time of day changing here too. You can see the sun coming into play as well with a bit of...
a little bit wide. Pushing hard.
Bit of flare on the windscreen.
Doesn't want to throw away a podium though, because Firth's waiting in the wings.
Oh, well, Firth's just there. Let's get out first car. Oh, God awful front shot from the Ferrari, as usual. But, yeah, Firth right there in behind. We've got to get back up the pointy end here. Hendo, Fordo. Looks like Fordo might have just gone, I think I'll just hang here.
Mudgeway, who's that? That's Brandon Webley up in front of Mudgeway and Perkins, but Mudgeway really closed the gap late in the piece there.
Mudgeway
off. They just missed Brandon Webley up at Lukop, turn 10.
We will get back to the action, ladies and gentlemen, at the pointy end of the field as we see the buggy. See it just sliding around past the Kyalami there. Beautiful
done,
work
Vic
from
Chan.
Vic Chan. Nice work.
Redeems himself after
Na-
race 1.
Nathan Henderson, Shane Frodo, quick succession. Obviously, Nick Firth, well done, Firthy, you freaking legend. Lee Perkins with the Mudge Away gangster rap, flashing
Right
its
on him.
headlights behind him, going, "Come on, mate!"
Mudgeway redeems himself after race 1 also.
Absolutely, sixth position. Aaron
Another-
Enright, Danny
Yeah.
Kim.
That's
with a
2 breakfast crew cars in the top 10. Mudgeway and Enright. Danny
nice
Kim,
work.
P8.
Worcester over Simpson, 9 and 10. Pete Dawson in 11. Lily Glass coming around out of the bottom of the mine shaft there with Wally Baker,
Holding off Mikey Lewin.
Michael Lewin, Oscar De Pastry, Joe Grimmer, and the like. I think Brandon's already been across the line, and T-Fam getting out early. So nice work, ladies and gentlemen. J-Man, we've given
good
away stuff already. We're still going. We've got another race to go.
Yeah, we'll grab a quick word from our race winner, Vic Chan. It's been a red hot minute since we've got to grab this guy down in the top
Let's
spot.
do
Vic
it.
Chan, you got us on comms?
Hey, boys.
Mate, a bit of redemption after race 1, mate. Look relatively comfortable.
Yeah, kind of. Still getting come to grips with the car again because I've been away for the last month or two.
Mate, frantic pace though, right? You from start to finish. I get the feeling you couldn't let up at all because you had Hendo and Fodado just still staying in touch. These sprint races with obviously multiple sets of tyres on option. It's literally just go as fast as you can from the start to the finish. Yeah.
Yep, pretty much. I was keeping an eye on my review on those two. I thought they came together at one stage.
There might have been a little contact. There might have been.
And not at all nervous about the Kyalami salami sausage round there, round the back that time round.
The first race I touched it like 3 times, and I don't react too well touching sausages.
No. Well, yeah. Hey, look,
Fair
mate.
call.
You know, you're well in touch with what you like and what you don't, so that's good. That's always.
That's it.
Look, well done, mate, and it's always good to see the red hot racing like we've just been witnessing, and well done,
Cheers, boys.
up in the winner's
Good to be back.
circle.
It's literally my first race back. I haven't driven ACC in months.
Well, hopefully, mate, it creates the inspiration to do it a bit more because you're always fun to watch there out on track, mate. For better or worse. I mean, obviously we saw.
I'm back now. I've been overseas. That's all.
Nice. Well, it's good to have you back, mate. We've missed you, and obviously we got to see firsthand. You know,
Awesome stuff, Vic.
Former champ.
Guys.
So well done, mate. Go well on the third one.
Thank you, Vic Chan. Ladies and gentlemen, look, things are moving quickly through the final round here for the Matchfit Events Triple Crown at Kyalami, round 3. I'm Davo, this is J-Man, and we are going to take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go too far away from your YouTubes. Hit the like and subscribe while you're there, and keep throwing drivers' names up in the chat box. Anybody could win this. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, viewers in general. Just welcome to Matchfit Events. Welcome to the final race in the final round of Matchfit Events' first ever event here. We are at Kyalami. It's round 3. It's race 3. I'm Davo. J-Man right by my side. It's been an awesome night so far, mate. How are you holding up?
Oh, mate, fantastic. That one there was, I guess, a race of attrition versus race 1.
What's the what?
But still, nonetheless, some great battles. I think, obviously, Vic Chan, Hendo, and Whorado did a brilliant job there. And then also the battle there with Mudgeway and Perko was bloody good. Some good battles throughout the field, actually. So, Baker, Lewin, and Uncle Joe going
And the
at it
like,
there at one point. Kenny Simpson with the standout finish as well. Not to mention that Nick Firth was right off the back of that battle of the top 3. So good stuff. Enjoyed it. Another hot to trot qualifying as we are just looking. The sun is starting to set.
It is.
It is 6 o'clock in Kyalami, and look, the race is going to start at 7 o'clock, so it's going to be a little bit darker again, so expect to see a little bit more headlight action. Obviously already can see plenty of headlights ablaze already, so a bit of a curveball. Temps will be down. I'll try and give a read on that. So track is still optimum and still reading 16 degrees and 19 tracks. So just look to see if we might lose a degree of temp out of that in the next
without a doubt, J-Man. But we are in South Africa, the people, so probably stays freaking hot all the time. But
probably lava.
Yeah, just like semi-molten lava. But yes, round 3, race 3, finale for Matchfit Events here. And their first ever. The shadows are long, like J-Man's mentioned. You can just see a little bit of sun peeking over the top of the safety walls there. But not a lot left in the day here. It won't go dark, but like we were just talking about, quite possibly with so much shadow on the track, we will see some track temperatures drop. And look, I think at the moment these guys getting a little bit of sun flare just to test their skills in qualifying here, J-Man.
Yeah.
Let's try and get out of one of these cars. Actually, we'll just try and get out of T-Fam's car, just see if we see some of this flare here. He's running down the hill, so he's got it to his back here.
No problem there.
Again, I'm just randomly picked someone else, and it was Vic Chan. He's also running down the hill as well. So
big numbers coming. Brandon Webley on a 40.1, and he has got 3.5 tenths up his sleeve. Where is he on track? Because that is deep into the 39s.
Look, very, very late on the track at the bottom of the mine shaft, just round past the Kyalami. Oh, a little bit of grass there, really works the limits there. Into the final corner here, J-Man, in the 66 Mustang.
Am I reading this correctly? T-Fam goes to the top on a 40.1, but then Brandon, 39.77.
No.
That is huge.
Nick Firth just coming through that same sector, J-Man.
Lily, put your shades on. Sunset. So the time's coming in. Brandon Webley sets the benchmark with a big number. I don't know that will be eclipsed. That is a mega time. T-Fam parks it, says no.
He's got nothing. I got nothing for that. He says Hendo still having a crack out on track.
And out on track.
Oh, crossy back. Very nice. As we see some of this footage here. You see the boys' headlights on, flames spitting from the side of Hendo's Aston Martin there. But you can see that sun every now and then just gets a glimmer off of these cars through the windscreen. that will diminish as the day goes on. Hey, man, here we go. We're winding down to the final race of the series. Again, we'll thank all our supporters, all our viewers as well. Like you guys, we've been giving away shirts and shit on to you YouTube viewers. We've been really enjoying that. So, so glad to have you guys on board. Hit the like and
Absolutely.
subscribe button, J-Man. It's been awesome. Having a whole bunch of fun. Guys.
Look at this field, though. You look at this. Webley, Pham, Fordo, Chan, Henderson, Firth, Kim, Mudway, Dawson, Enright for the 10. What a quality.
Oh, yeah.
Quality
top 10.
Stacked field.
Is next level. Top 10 is next level here. Not taking anything away from Worcester. The boys down just further from that. Worcester, Simpson, Baker, Lewin. Lily, Steve Crossland hasn't even set a time yet. Where's he going to come?
He's got time, I think, to get a couple in.
Plenty going on. 19 on track in this qualifying session at J-Man with only a little over 2 minutes to go.
Okay, so Crossy is probably only... Oh, no, he will get 2 in. He will get 2 laps in.
Hendo.
Brandon Webley got another... Where is he on track? Coming down the mine shaft. He's got another 2.5 tenths.
Where do you find that? What's he on? But he's on the 39.7 as his best lap already. My. Have a look at that. You can see the sun again, that low setting sun off, just smacks off the side of that Mustang there. Past the sausage. Oh, he bled a whole bunch off there, but he's still going to better it.
39.650.
Wow.
The track must be perfect.
Cameras on Nick Firth, J-Man at the bottom of the hill.
Yep.
Showing healthy delta, 4 tenths up. That would sneak him down, probably in front of Hendo, just quietly.
Yeah, he's
just
coming.
looking at that.
Coming. Oh, he got a track cut final corner.
Oh, no. Bad luck. He will get to run across again. Oh, he's probably saying exactly what I just said then.
Well, he needs to do something because Mudway's on a number that's actually going to go as good as P7 to clip Firthy out the way if he sticks with it. He's got a couple of tenths up his sleeve.
Crossland.
There on a 41.5.
Crossing across the line. Puts himself in 13th provisionally. Sorry, J-Man. Yes, and Mudgee at the top of the hill, running down the hill, and with a very healthy delta, like you mentioned, and looking to pip Firth and possibly Kim. Final stages, 6 seconds to go in qualifying before we go 0. This will be the last lap for Mark Mudgeway. Good, tidy stuff through Cheetah.
Yeah.
Turns it in nicely.
Could improve here. I reckon
he's pulled that car up. He's just pulled that car up.
What's he done? Has he run out of gas?
He's just pulled that car up. Firthy, top of the hill. Vic Chan, where's he? Round the final corner. Little ever so slight gain. Is it enough? No, it's not. Wow, how close is
3.7.
Man, that's a 1.7 of a second, ladies and gentlemen. Danny Kim out of the final corner. Healthy delta from Kim here.
He's looking good.
He could get Hendo here, he does. Hendo already in the pits. Firthy, and this is what we were watching him here. The lap
on the
before.
improve.
There it is. We thought he'd get Hendo.
Battle. Enright gets Mudgeway. And Crossland is
Where is Crossy?
He's probably going to get Worcester.
Here it is. Here it is.
Tucking just behind Mark Mudgeway.
Here it is. 3 tenths up.
Does he get Mudgee? No, he's going to tuck in just behind Mudgee.
Just in behind Mudgee there. Late to qualifying. We know he's got some personal commitments in between 1 and 2, but gets back here for Stella. qualifying here for race 3 in round 3 at Kyalami here in the Matchfit Events Triple Crown. J-Man, wow, once again. Awesome stuff from the boys. Remember,
Great quality.
we've already given away one for the viewers. We've still got to give away. That's what we're talking about. Matchfit Entertainment Media Crew shirts. We're going to give away one to one of the drivers. Keep piping up in the chat box. Just tell us who you're supporting. Spam the hell out of us. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. And we will choose at the end of the night. And of course, we're going to spin the wheel. So one of the boys will win 100 Davo dollars at the end of the night.
Cue the lights too, Davo.
Cue the lights. Cue the lights. It's on. It's on. I think it's time to race, ladies and gentlemen. And we are going to kick off once again. 19 on track. Headlights ablaze, as you can clearly see there. So the sun has dropped somewhat. The track and ambient temperature down to 15, so vastly different temperatures to qualifying, but track at still optimum. Awesome stuff as the boys and girls get out once again for the final time here in Matchfit Events' first Triple Crown. Final round, final race at Kyalami. Brandon Webley, T-Fam, Shane Frodo, Vic Chan, Danny Kim, Nick Firth, Hendo, Dawson, Enright, and Mudgeway in the top 10. Good start again. Good, tidy starts here. Look at this top 4, J-Man. Flames flicking from front of those car.
3 wide down to 1.
10 had a look there. I don't think 10 touched Fam there. Fam unforced, gets a little bit of a flick. And it's on. Mudgeway tangled up. Keeps it together. So Mudgeway still pointing in the right direction. Oh,
and who is that? That's Baker Lewin round.
I think that might be Kenny Simpson and Baker in the background with Lewin involved right at the back of the field there.
Well, that sets up a good show at the top with Brandon Webley, Frodo, Firth, Kim, Hendo right now, Dawson, Fam, Enright, Chan, Worcester to round out the 10 halfway, through the first lap.
I will excuse you, J-Man, because I'm looking over the rear wing of Shane Frodo's car here, and the first car I see, first cab off the rank, is Nick Firth, and doing an awesome job, just tucked in behind Frodo, chasing that as we see Crossland around in the background.
Yep.
So, no, we don't normally do first lap replays, ladies and gentlemen, but we've done a couple tonight already. So we'll get back up to the action here, up the pointy end.
Firth with a strong
where
start,
the action is. Not back there. Dawson. Got Fam. Oh, looking for the jump. Ooh. Look at that. A very aggressive jump out.
Got a good run out of...
so Fam's just getting tangled up out of 1 there. I don't even know whether he got tangled up, J-Man. Looked like he might have just got on the loud pedal a little bit too hard, as did Dawson just there, which has propped Enright behind him, which has allowed Tan to put some pressure on. We've seen DePastri go back a couple of positions from Glass and Perkins in the background. Plenty of position changes already here in lap 1 as we go roll into lap two here. Oh, this is good. Kyalami delivering again. 20-minute quick-fire races. No CPS, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of tyre and an optimum track. But here we are.
Sizing up in right, Davo, coming down the hill and now back up again to Lukop. Turn 10.
Dawson in
Enright.
front.
Yeah, Dawson just in front of Enright. Enright with a strong showing tonight. Good qualifying with his fellow breakfast crew teammate, Mudway. Mudway a little bit back. Now he's working his way. He's just trying to catch back up to Ken Worcester.
Yeah, so we saw, I think, T-Fam and Mudgy, just a couple, little bit of, bit of hip and shoulder in lap one in the first couple of corners there. Both of them just recovering from that. We're early days, 2 laps in. Plenty going on still.
Couple of DNFs already. Sees us down to 18. That's unfortunate. I think we've lost Crossy and one other. I'm not sure who that was. Maybe I think we may have lost Spence as well in between race 2 and 3.
I think we actually lost. I think we lost Spence between 2 and 3 last week as well, J-Man. So.
Yep. But Mudgeway working over Ken Worcester now, and also Hendo hard on the back of Danny Kim, and he has to because T-Fam is coming. But already Brandon Webley out there banked to 140.6, so that's a mega time in race trim. So the condition's good, albeit a little dark. Track is good.
Track is good. Temps are good.
15 ambient, 15 track.
And only a little over 15 minutes to go too, J-Man. So not a lot of time to think about it. So we just see Mudgeway just getting tangled up with Worcester there. Looks like Worcester just sort of moving a little bit to the right there as Mudgy snuck up beside him there. Just an unfortunate tag there. Worcester into the wall. Mudgy respectfully pulls over, looking for the redress. Nice work from Mudgy, as we would expect. Vic Chan, Aaron Enright, Pete Dawson in front, T-Fam. Like we've already mentioned, a couple of these boys with some early mistakes, just in recovery mode. Hendo tucked in behind Danny Kim.
T-Fam now sizing up Hendo. Now this is a tough battle, even with T-Fam's pace.
Yeah, but Kim, like we've seen a couple of these guys, well, a good handful of these guys improve over the night. So pace-wise, I think Mudgeway, Enright, and particularly in the mid-pack, some of these boys definitely improving on pace as we just get over the rear wing of Enright and see Chan seriously wide through that big long right-hander down the hill. Through the flip-flop here and up towards the top of the mine shaft. We've also got Danny Kim on it.
To the inside, Kim wide.
Here we go, Kim wide, very wide actually. That's easily given Hendo that pass.
Yeah, we'll have inside to this left coming down the hill.
Oh,
but Kim stays there.
He's not going to let it go easily. Can he stop that thing? He's going to run deep.
Over under here from Hendo.
He's got it. Kim's managed to gather that up. Look at Fam. He's like, okay, if you guys are going to argue, do I need to come in here and talk to you two?
I'll break this up. Yeah, absolutely.
Fam all over it. We're still going to keep an eye on what's going on with Vic Chan and Aaron Enright in the background.
Yeah.
Enright, definitely one of those improvements that I was talking about, J-Man. Definitely looking more comfortable at the end of the night here. Danny Kim and Hendo still at it. This is not going away. Look at Fam. Bold, big, brassy in the background.
And that next battle with Dawson, Enright, Chan, that's not that far behind these guys. You can see them back a shot.
Can easily see them back of the shot.
You can see Firthy Potato front a shot. Can't really see Brandon.
So what's
there, but
that?
he's
So
got
that's Dawson Enright tan.
Mudgeway,
Oh.
Kim Worcester battling.
They're
Mudgeway
the
gets it
next
done.
they're the next battle pack because there's a little bit of a gap between Perkins Glass and DePastry.
Yep.
But look, 3 good solid battles going on here. Kim, Henderson, Pham, Dawson tagged onto the back of that, to be honest. Oh, look at Dawson here.
Yeah.
Pressure from Enright.
Yeah, he's going with him, and he's got all the pressure from Vic Chan, but he was race 2 winner.
So we can see them clearly there. Danny Kim, Henderson, and T-Pham. We got Dawson, Enright, and Chan. We go back a little bit, and it's... Here it is.
Chan packs it in. He tags Dawson. He just locked the rears.
Oh, it's big.
Enright, all 3 of them, unfortunate, down the bottom of the mine shaft. And I think that's Lee Perkins going to just turn up and...
Oh, yeah, Vic Chan, way late, actually totally bypasses Enright, tags the back of Dawson. Enright...
And then look at this battle pack that's just catching back up.
Oh, my.
Mudgeway, DePastry, Worcester, Baker. That is a battle in itself.
Wow. Just wow. Well, look, it looks like Enright and Mudgeway already away. But such a little bloody melee down at the bottom of the hill there. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Back to Hendo, Pham, and Danny Kim.
Well, pretty well.
Pham on the outside.
It's still on.
And this battle is just giving Danny Kim just a tiny bit of breathing
Just
space
a
at the
sniff.
moment.
Still got the pastry. Oh, no. What's going on in the background? Worcester.
That was Worcester.
And
Right.
I think that might be... Let's have a look. That is Worcester and...
Was that Wally Baker? No. Wally Baker.
Oh,
went through.
Wally Baker got tangled up actually at the end of that. So Baker involved as well. Unfortunately, he's just like turned up at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Baker unlucky tonight. Over the rear wing, Danny Kim's car again. We've got to get back to this. 10 minutes to go. We're at the halfway mark, ladies and gentlemen, in the final round here. Race 3, round 3. Matchfit events. Triple
Making
Crown.
no inroads into Firthy, these guys. They're too busy battling amongst themselves. 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Oh, Firth, will be loving this. You know he'll be watching the data, J-Man.
Oh, yeah, he'll be all over it. Absolutely. He's a big look there from Hendo on Danny Kim. Down into turn 1.
Pham just biding his time. You think he's just sitting back there? Simpson and Worcester actually changing positions in the background as well. Mudgeway and Enright at it. 2 seasoned sparring partners. These guys know each other well. Wrestled many a time. So still plenty going on. Worcester, Lewin and Worcester. Oh, who's that in? That is Worcester in the bits, J-Man. Kim, Hendo and Pham, though, like you mentioned, or you were about to mention.
Yeah. So Hendo was putting on a big attack on Kim, but Kim's just got the mid-sector of this racetrack.
He's got it nailed, hasn't he?
Yeah, coming out of Sunset and then heading towards the S's. He's just got that thing
He's
dialed.
got it, yeah.
And then they catch him back up, top of the hill here. He takes an unconventional wide line. We thought Hendo had an option a couple of laps ago, but he sweeps down the hill with momentum and just manages to maintain it. So he's very, very good down the mine shaft.
Hey, look, you've got to be so careful. We just saw Vic Chan only a couple of laps ago really get it wrong down there if you're not on your game. And so Hendo will be very much aware of that. Like you said, 20 minutes is a walk in the park for Hendo, really, isn't it? Especially when he's sitting in an Aston Martin J-Man. So he'll be reveling in this and just staying focused on the back of Daniel Kim. I'll tell you who's going to be loving where he is sitting right now, and it is good friend Nick Firth. Firthy. Yep. Filthy bloody Firthy. Look at him sitting there, and I'm not going to give him too much airtime, Firthy. I'm not going to give you any airtime. I'm not even going to put the camera on you. I'm just going to talk about
Don't jinx him.
Yeah, doing a stellar job in a bit of clean air there in between Shane Frodo and Danny Kim in third position. Let's get away from that subject right now.
Mudgeway stuff.
Let's go there.
On Enright, and how good is Lily Glass driving in race 3? She's currently
stellar,
in P10.
stellar.
Got the 404
You can't fault
BMW.
And look how close these guys are. And we know, J-Man, we have called these guys over the years. Both Aaron Enright and Mark Mudgeway. We know how good these guys are. And we know how new Lily is to sim racing. So we know how to put it in perspective. She is doing a freaking stellar job. Seriously.
Awesome. Absolutely
These guys, seasoned drivers, and albeit very respectful, as you can see Aaron just staying off the back of that car. But look at this. Aaron looking for the outside line. Mudgy going.
Around Mudgeway,
Mudgy goes, if you're going out there, have you ever tried this one?
He gets it done already.
He does get it done. So these guys will be having a laugh amongst themselves here.
Mudgy to the inside now.
Mudgy.
Can he pull it up? Can he pull it up?
And this is where we've seen is the run to the, what do they call it? The cheetah. Oh, here we go.
Aaron Enright
around the outside. Wow. Just wow.
You talked about their credentials, and it just showed it right there. Spatial awareness. Lily did a good job.
I'm going to get out of the front of Lily Glass's car here and just watch Aaron Wright go round the outside there through Cheetah. Wow, J-Man. Impressive stuff. Good quality racing right there. Doesn't get any better. Unless you poke up the pointy end of the field here and have a look at Danny Kim and Nathan Henderson. Gets pretty good up there. Get down the back here. You've got De Pastry and Wally Baker. Oh, is that this?
What happened? Where did the Pastry go?
Oh, no, and he's going to get tangled up with, I think that's Kenny Simpson there. It's all happening.
And Ken Worcester.
Oh, Worcester.
As well.
Tricky little sector of the track.
Now Firth closed the gap down there briefly on Shane Frodo, so he's on a charge too. Already on the podium.
Do you think he needs to be a little bit? I mean, it's only 5 minutes to go, but the boys behind him are running hot, aren't they?
They are. They're not mucking around.
No.
And they're coming. I mean, it's still 2.8 seconds, the margin, and I've seen it as low as 2.3, but yeah, Firthy's got the eyes forward. He's not worried about Hendo and Danny Kim at this point of time.
Over the rear wing, Shane Frodo's car. We know who's out in front. We don't need to put the camera on Brandon. We know he's out there. He's into the freaking postcode. But Ed doing a stellar job. We are going to look over the rear wing here of Shane Frodo's Aston Martin. And you can see Nick Firth. And he has made some gains, J-Man. And well up behind that Aston as we speak. Danny Kim, we'll get over the rear wing of Danny Kim's Ferrari here too. And look at Nathan Henderson starting to make a push right at the end here. Oh, and Hendo.
Using every bit of racetrack and some.
Mate, it doesn't get... There's a fine line between track infringements and not. And I think he just pushed that limit right there. Look at the body language of Henderson's car. Wow.
He's coming. He's looked at the clock, seen that there's only 3 3/4
Whatever.
minutes to go. It's time to go.
Look,
here's Nick Firth, half a second now to Frodo. He's right on him. Coming down the mine shaft. It's literally a couple little mistakes here and there, a little run wide, and he'll be all over
That's all it takes, isn't it? Danny Kim, a little bit wide. Hendo has another sniff. 2 tenths. Hendo. If any man knows the car underneath him, this guy in an Aston Martin, I tell you, J-Man.
Yeah, and he's got the highest terminal speed out of everyone out there.
Here we
249
go.
He's
got to run out of the final here.
Goes to the inside.
He's going to have the big push here. He's got the overlap. Can he pull it up?
Can he stop it?
Oh,
they're side by side.
So close.
No
Little
way.
flip-flop here.
Still there. He's still there. Kim has to give him a bit of space, but still got the outside drive.
And
This
then
is
he's
gonna
got the
bring
run.
Stefan back into it.
He's got the run into the right-hander in the next corner, going down to the wire.
Look at T-Fam here. He's hungry.
Oh, out of the front of T-Fam's car there. See how close that was. Let's get a replay on that. Look at Fam on the outside. That's the double
brilliant.
back. Only just clears the back of Hendo's car there. Really does probably hold the two of them up there a little bit. Little bit of breathing space for Kim.
Look at
On,
Firth.
look
Once
at
you come
front,
off of replay.
front it on Firth. Down the mine shaft.
Super tight.
Final laps here. These guys are literally, where is Brandon J?
Yeah, there'll only be one to go. Once Brandon Webley crosses, oh, he was incredibly wide over Cheetah there. Used every bit of racetrack and some pasture. Comes
Pasta?
around.
Pasta?
Pasture.
Oh,
Pasture.
I thought it was like sausage and pasta.
Maybe some pasta.
Oh, maybe. You don't know.
Now Firthy tucked underneath the wing. We've seen how fast these Astons are though. 246 plays 242, so Firthy down on some terminal speed. So he's going to have to do it in the twisty stuff.
Look at the braking though from Firth there immediately. We need to have a look at Kim as well. Well, Hendo on Kim. I think Fam. Oh, don't think he's got it on these guys unless they hold each other up. Oh, Hendo, big slide.
He's pushing really, really hard. He's close. Last lap, ladies and gentlemen. This is the finale for the Triple Crown from Matchfit Events. It's been a fantastic series. It's all come down to 0.3, 0.4 between these guys here at the pointing end.
Couldn't ask for anything better, yeah.
Of the series.
Yeah, super fast start. Official coverage here of a very unofficial and casual season and series here, or event, should we say.
0.2 coming down the mic.
It is on. Look at this. Has he got it? I doubt it.
For a mistake.
Oh, big brakes from Firth too. See him real out wide. The car looked like it had a bit of pinch on the rear. We're going to see Brandon.
He's going to come across the line.
We're going to see Brandon to come across the line here. There he goes. But we got to get back to this just quickly. Well done, Brandon Webley.
Look at the margin here. It is 0.3 across the line for second and
boys.
third. 0.2.
And then we're going to get
Kim
Henderson Bam. And light it up.
Like that.
Fireworks ablaze there, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome work. Lee
race
Perkins.
2 winner Chan goes back to 7th for this one. Lee Perkins 8th. Pete Dawson gets a 9th. Mark Mudgway grabs the top 10. Gets that
nice work from Mudgy there.
Yep.
Just comes in late, crashes the party. Nice work.
Bit of bragging rights over the breakfast crew teammate of Aaron Enright.
11th in Aaron Enright, Lily Glass across the line as well. A J-Man. We'll carry on. Wally Baker, Kenny Simpson, Mikey Lewin, Oscar De Pastry, Ken Worcester, Joe Grimmer, rounding out the 18, and the fireworks ablaze in the sky in the background. Awesome stuff.
Mate, fantastic.
Let's talk to some people. Get the guys up here.
A little bit different here. Okay, so we will go. This guy.
Okay, this guy, and this guy.
Yeah, this guy.
Down, and I've got my tire pressures on point.
Shush, Nick, we're talking to you now. Mate.
And this guy. So we've got the podium in here. We've got the
podium in here. Oh, awesome.
Oh,
We got Webley.
There we go.
this can mean only one thing, boys.
And Nick Firth, mate. Take a bow, you boys. You absolutely went at it. You turned the wick up for race 3, and you had these two larrikins behind you just going hammer and tong at it. How was that, boys?
Yeah, good fun.
I think we need to ban the Mustang from
all future events. Okay.
Or is
No,
it
well
just
done,
Brandon
well done.
Webley in the Mustang?
Webley's
Yeah,
a
the
big
car's,
stuff.
the car's pretty good. I got the craziest setup. It's just so good. It's so fast and so easy. So it's pretty good
Okay,
car.
okay, it's done. You're banned.
All right, sweet.
Mustang plus Alien equals Webley go fast.
Okay, so next time we go to Kyalami at any event, Webley's driving the Lexus.
Yep.
You'll still be
I'll
good.
give it a go.
No, fantastic, boys. You guys absolutely put on a clinic out there for the podium in race 3.
Oh,
Fantastic
doubt.
stuff.
Yeah,
You
Oh,
dro-
it's good racing.
tight at the end there. Our tyres were a little bit out, tyre pressures, but Firthy did well. He caught me back. Pretty close. Heavy sweating.
you had a bit of mile an hour in a straight line in that Aston over the Ferrari there, Shano. So I think that was handy. But yeah, Webley had the overall lap, and then Firthy big under brakes again.
Yeah, just trying to, get Shane to panic a little bit, seeing me come in nice and fast into the corners under the brakes. It's pretty hard to do without getting it wrong. So, but it's with a driver like Shane, you can have a bit of fun like that and get a good race happening. So it was just a good bit of banter. And I mean, I wasn't going to do anything silly. I didn't want to jeopardize getting a P3 either. So
I did call it, Firthy. I did call it.
yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, and yeah, that's P3. I was happy with that. So yeah, stoked with that. So.
Yeah, no, hey, look, fantastic to see you boys out there. It was an awesome series, and I think that was fitting right down to the last one. You know, we saw the margins, I believe, for the top 6 across the line was super, super tight. So well done, boys, and yeah, enjoy that one. We'll put you back up so you can have a little bit of banter with the fellow competitors, but, appreciate the entertainment that you guys just put on.
Cheers, boys.
Thank you, lads, for putting it on.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, I was just about to throw
Thanks,
Dave out
boys.
the room then.
Well,
Sorry about that, Dave.
it's okay. That's okay.
Well, mate, what a fantastic way to finish the series. And look, it's not done until I guess we spin the wheel and give away some Davo dollars.
Yeah, we've got to give away some Davo dollars, but just quickly, J-Man, we just got to thank a couple of the clearly ladies and gentlemen in the chat box as well for jumping in. I think Bobby Louise, winning a shirt tonight, but also Tracy and there's someone else there. Obviously Lily piping up and Gail in previous, a whole bunch of girls and guys piping up. Helen as well piping up, supporting her brother. So we're going to give a driver giveaway as well. We are going to spin a wheel, J-Man. So what do you want to do first? We're going to give away a shirt to one of the drivers. Just randomly pick someone because it's pretty well everybody that's called out a name in the chat box has already got a shirt already over the last few weeks. J-Man, who are we going to pick for a shirt here tonight? Mr. PD, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, like performances wise, Pete's been absolutely consistent throughout the series. I thought he came perilously close last week. We were telling the votes and the numbers and then looking at the performances, and he was right on the cuff last week. So I think it's only be fitting to see one go to Pete Dawson. If you're happy with that, so am I.
Absolutely.
So I think that was fantastic racing from Pete. Obviously, you and I had the pleasure to race with him on a Saturday night. He's a standout bloke to race with. He's super respectful and super fast. So
very quick. So well done, Pete. You need to get in contact with myself or J-Man. Drop us a DM with your address and your shirt size. We will send you an official bit of merch, in that being the Matchfit Entertainment Media Crew Polo. J-Man, there is one more task to do. It's been such an awesome series, but there is one more task to do. We're going to spin the freaking wheel because we're going to give away the Davo dollars at the end of the night, and this is for one of the boys that I think that have competed tonight. If not, we'll just work it out. There's a couple of guys on there that aren't here tonight, so we just watch this space. Here we go. We're going to spin the wheel, We're gonna spin the wheel and see where this lands. 1, 2, 3. $100 Davo dollars, $100 Davo dollars, $100 Davo dollars. It can't go to Wally Baker. It's just seriously, it's gone to Wally Baker.
There you go. Wally
You're
Baker.
a freaking legend, Wally Baker. I can't
Well done.
believe it.
Well done, Wazza. Congratulations.
You're a freaking legend. But I know you will be freaking laughing your head off right now, Mr. Wally Baker. And awesome stuff. And again, J-Man,
I've got
what
to
do
grab
we-
him down. I've got to grab him. I've got to
Get-
grab him.
get-
I've
get him
got to
down
grab
here.
Yeah, where is
bring him
Wazza?
down here, bring him down here, bring him down here. Hang on, hang on. Let's get his
Where is
name.
he?
We're going to get his name.
Where is he?
Seriously? He's already out of here.
He's bailed.
We're gonna thank all the viewers again. We're just gonna thank everybody again. Drivers, supporters. We're gonna thank our little admin, little crew behind us here that have helped us out, and obviously all you new viewers that have joined up, subscribed, liked our stuff, and joined in and freaking won stuff along the way. And thanks to all you ladies for jumping on board with it. So it's awesome stuff. J-Man, any more? We got anything else?
Yeah, no, you just probably reflect on what you just said. You know, obviously we've got some great people behind us. It's it's only 6 weeks young. This Matchfit Events, obviously Matchfit Entertainment been around a little while, but first chance for Matchfit Events to step out, probably out of their comfort zone as well, and hosting some of these special events. And I think we were well supported. You know, the artwork that you guys and girls see every week. Nick Firth, take a bow. This guy's an absolute genius for us with the social media stuff. Obviously, we've got everything. You know, we've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and he's all over it. Yourself, Davo, you are an absolute champion director. There's other guys in behind the scenes as well. Fields and Yuli, the management of this place and stuff.
Yep,
so
yep.
it gives us the opportunity to do what we do.
Whole bunch of stuff.
You know, we're likely going to do more. What it is, we're going to reach to the people. It is community driven, so we will reach out to these drivers and supporters to see what you want us to broadcast next, which platform, what sort of series, and we'll put something on for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you once again. Thank you, J-Man, for joining me in the comms box. And again, tonight here, awesome racing from all the boys. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. Obviously the drivers know our Discord, but all our viewers, keep an eye on our YouTube. We will throw some announcements up there to keep you all in touch and what's going on. Thanks again. We will see you in a couple of weeks with something new. Bye for now. Love yous all. See yous.